Hyles, in another one of his messages, said this. He was speaking about his mother. Every week he would go to the mausoleum where his mother's remains are interred, and he would pray to her. Hey everybody, we did a previous video on Jack Hyles where we mentioned that for several decades he lived in an adulterous affair, and we also talked about his cultic-like control over the people of First Baptist Church of Hammond, Indiana. Today I want to briefly touch on the false teaching of Jack Hyles and then wrap up with why this is important for you and I to keep in mind today. In a sermon called Don't Cut the Grass, Hyles taught that every one of us has both wheat and tares inside of us, but that we should let them grow side by side and not cut anything lest we cut out the wheat, the good in us, by mistake. That parable that Jesus gave in Matthew 13 is very clear. The wheat refers to the sons of the kingdom. Those are believers, whereas the tares are the sons of the evil one. These are people that are not believers. We do not have the tares and the wheat inside of us. These are representative of types of people, not with what is within us. Hyles, in another one of his messages, said this. He was speaking about his mother. Every week he would go to the mausoleum where his mother's remains are interred, and he would pray to her. In this meeting, he said, "Hence I go to the cemetery to visit with her and speak to her. She can hear me, but I cannot hear her." When he used to leave town to go on a speaking engagement, he would stop in front of a picture of his mother and ask her to intercede for him to do a good job while he was preaching. Wow, we only have one intercessor, Jesus Christ. In a sermon called Full Reward, he said one of the reasons he was so driven in his ministry was that he hoped his efforts would lessen his father's suffering in hell. That's not even biblical by any stretch of the imagination. In another sermon called Thank You, Adam, he actually thanked Adam and Eve for disobeying God and bringing sin into the world. He said such things as, "Thank God for the chains of sin. And if nobody ever got drunk, I wouldn't enjoy preaching." Perhaps that's one reason why sin is treated so lightly. It was and might be even today at First Baptist of Hammond, Indiana. You can go on social media and find people today who still believe that this man was a godly example of living who taught truth. Please stay away from Jack Hyles. Not all independent Baptists are bad, all right? But this guy and the influence he still waves over those many in that movement, be aware and stay clear, because it's dumpster fire theology.